Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream, everyone. How's everyone going? Hi Warrior Maddie, hi Kung Fairy, welcome. Hi Scroll Reaper, familiar faces. Welcome. As you can see, we're making Harvey. Here he is. Let me turn off the cam view. I don't know why I have it by default. I rarely use it. Hi Milestone Slideshows. And hello Dr. Lovebox. Welcome, welcome. So today I was thinking we could finish this guy. Last week we continued working on him on our Discord channel, and I made some of his hair a little bit better. It was a bit messier before. It was looking something like this. Now it's like this. Still a long way to go, and I also wanted to add some asymmetry to the pose. There's already some asymmetry in the face. But yeah. Have you tried AI tools for 3D modeling? No, and I don't think I ever will. Whoa. It can create awesome concepts. I am not on board with AI to use in 3D art. 1 second. My dad just said that he wanted to join the stream, and I told him that he can interact with the chat. So we'll see if he does. What was I saying? No, I won't be using AI for modeling any time in the close future. Because I worked hard on my skills and I want to keep on improving them. If in the future it means that we'll have to use AI as part of our jobs, then I'll learn it. But for now, I'm okay. Okay, so this one was just a cosmetic change. Or like small change in the corners of the eyes, so we can... But this one adds asymmetry. Also, let me know if the music is too loud, too quiet. I'll adjust it. Hello, Betty. Hello, Layla. Hello, Gal. This one also has layers. Oh, right. His expression. Let's sculpt it some more. Man, I love Stardew Valley. That'd be cool if I could find some inspired soundtracks that are copyright free, so I could play it for you guys. How are you? I'm good, thank you. It's, as always, 6:40 AM here, New Zealand time. I'm streaming with you guys before work. Feeling great. Okay. More hair clumps, I reckon. Maybe we'll switch to a neutral color and a neutral material as well. Something like this. Maybe we'll keep the eyes color on. And eyelashes. Okay. Your voice is very calming. Thank you, John. Looking good, Layla. 10 out of 10. Thank you. That's good to hear because I literally just crawled out of bed. Oh, I love how you did those eyes. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like the eyes are, well, they say it's a mirror to the soul. So it's important to spend some time on getting those eyes right. And if you rewatch, I think 2 streams ago we made his eyes. And then before that we worked on Abigail as well. For those who haven't seen Abigail, I'm just quickly gonna show you. It's Abby. Similar eyes. I have created myself in 3D. Cool. 2 weeks already. Yes, it's been 2 weeks. I think. Aloha, hello Rustam, welcome. Okay, I'll check it out. I need to improve my eyeball game. Go and improve your eyeball game. It's important. To be honest, I don't do anything crazy, I just paint the eyes, really. It's not exactly how they are done in games or film. It's more of like a cheap trick for ZBrush. Like a good placeholder. Whoa, nice. Thank you, love it, thank you. When you texture eyes for CG and such, how do you usually go about it? 2 different subtools, like one clear one and the other one for the pupil and such? Good question. So, if we were to Google the eye, it's a bit more complex than that. I'll quickly explain why. We'll see if we can find a good image of a 3D eye. Oh yes, just found one, I think. So, let's see. Usually what I would have is, it's not exactly accurate to this picture, but I'll have like this model of the eye white with the iris. Sometimes iris is detached, sometimes it's attached, it will depend. So goes all the way to here, so it has the white color and the iris color, right? But yeah, it will depend. Sometimes there'll be 2 separate parts. Sometimes it's one or 1 plus 2. Then we'll have the pupil, which is this black just circle. Doesn't have to have any thickness, it just has to sit behind, like in this hole inside the sphere itself. And it usually has a different material, and it's like totally non-reflective, it's like pure black. It's confusing. Pure black. So that's the pupil. And then we will have the outer layer, that will sit slightly inflated above the eye itself. It will be the cornea, I think. Yes. Cornea. It's like a lens layer. It usually has a fully transparent material with some refraction turned on, and it will have like this bulge on the front as well, because if you were to look at the human eye, it's not perfectly spherical. It's got like a little bit of this going on. So yeah, that would be the third model. And if you were to download any eyes from like TurboSquid or CG Trader, like the eyes that look good, you know, and they actually have layers, usually the sellers will show you what comes in the package. You can just buy it for a couple of dollars and, you know, dissect it. So yeah, usually 3-part model. There might be like extra stuff for the caruncle, the corner bit that sits in the corner of your eye. There might be an extra geometry for creating like watery reflection at the bottom, so there'll be like just a card sitting there. That's for the bottom of the eye. And sometimes there'll be a card on the top to fake the AO, ambient occlusion, so it'll be just a shadow. Similarly to how I paint shadows in ZBrush. You can see. This is a cheap trick that works in ZBrush, but it should not be used on game models, so you should not like bake it in, because as soon as you start to rotate the eye, pardon me, as soon as you start to rotate the eye, you'll see what I mean. It's weird. You'll see that there is like this shadow baked in and it doesn't look good. So having that card thing in place that doesn't rotate with the eye, just sits there and the eye is kind of like underneath it, can be a good way to create those shadows. I hope this answers the question. Wow, she looks hot. Thank you. Nice done with the lighting. Thank you. You mean lighting in the room or lighting in here, or because I improved the lighting in the room as well. But if you mean Abigail, then yeah, spend some sweet time on her. There's some SSS happening as well. That was a fun one. I think I'll reuse the same lighting for Harvey. I wish I was good enough to make myself in 3D like that. I haven't made myself in 3D. Well, sort of I did. If you go on my ArtStation, there's a Tune Me Luca challenge that was going around in 2020, I believe. And it's sort of a version of me. Me slash a sea monster creature. Fast, hello my Matet. I'm peanut butter and jealous. Dad jokes flying around. Appreciate that. I love a good dad joke. Hello world, hello Dolly Crane. Hi Chandu. Hi Mustafa. Drink water, yes I should. Herbal, okay. I see, thank you, that was super helpful. Welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, and Abigail, got it. Okay, let's get started. I'll just quickly readjust some of the settings. If at any point I'm making something and you don't understand, you're more than welcome to drop a question in the chat. So I'm just grabbing one of my hair brushes that I've downloaded. And in the stroke tool, I'm modifying the profile of how the stroke is gonna appear. So you can see it's gonna be the thickest in the middle and somewhat thin at the beginning and very thin towards the bottom. Towards the end, sorry. Now it's sitting a bit too high above the hair model for my liking. So I'm gonna go to brush. Can't really see it because the chat is hiding it, but you should be able to see it if I go to depth. And now this is how high up the model is currently sitting. If we were to embed it and re-click on it, you see it's like snapping to the surface a little bit more, and that's what we want. Yeah. I think I'm gonna switch the playlist. I'm getting very distracted with like lyrics. Where is my lo-fi? Here you go. Okay. Yeah, it's Layla. Hi, Hollow Fang. Welcome. So how do you do the shadow for the eyes for the game engine? So I'm not saying that's the ultimate way, but that's how I would do it. Is place a card. Like you've got like an eyelid. Should be a different color. Got like an eyelid here, right? And then your game mesh. So this thing would sit right over here. And it's got transparency. So it's just a transparent shadow that sits on top. I've seen some people do it this way. Maybe there is a better way. And in a similar fashion, they do it on the bottom, but for the like a watery effect that happens in between, like if you were to pull your eye apart and like look at it, it's kind of like got this very glossy, watery layer. It's usually used on more of like realistic characters, not so much stylized. But yeah, this one will have like transparent, glossy layer. No, music was great. Not to my liking. I'm sure it wasn't bad. I get overwhelmed with sounds that have lyrics in them because I have to speak and then I don't hear my voice very well. If there are lyrics in the song. So it's either that or me just mumbling nonsense. Plus lo-fi always works. For me at least. Oh, I see you're making mesh with transparent with just a shadow. Yes. I made my shadows under the eyes by sitting 12 to 14 hours daily in front of the computer. Yeah, that also works. Wouldn't say it's the healthiest approach, but and I would not recommend it, but it's one way to do it. To be honest, guys, go outside, see the sun, go for walks. I am not kidding. Otherwise, you might have consequences. It's like a meme in the community to go touch grass, but I think it's not a meme. It's like a really good advice as well. You should go outside and touch grass every now and again. Otherwise, you might get diagnosed with vitamin D deficiency, like I did earlier this month. It's because I don't see the sun and I dwell inside and go to the office and spend all of my time there, and I don't really see the sun. So do make sure to go outside. Okay, let's split this one. Oh. Split. Oops. Let's insert a supporting loop in here so it doesn't stretch. Now I think I'm gonna divide it once and uncrease all to make it a bit smoother. Hello Marco. Lol, can the illusion of transparency be made in ZBrush for 3D printing? The only thing I found is alpha buildups. Can the illusion of transparency be made in ZBrush for 3D printing? What do you mean the illusion of transparency? Because in the way that I understand it, for miniatures, you would print out different parts that need to be transparent or semi-transparent. You'll just make them as 3D models and then you print them out and you like cast them, and then you use like a transparent resin material to make those parts? Or do you mean for presentation purposes inside of ZBrush? In that case, I have a solution for you. So if you could please clarify. Work. Yes, but no. Make some time for your mental health as well, otherwise you won't go far. Take it from me, I am relatively young, and young for the industry, but I'm already seeing some effects that it has had on me. In my 7-ish years that I've been in it. Okay, that's better. I better start to do that. To do what? Going outside? I'm outside. Good on you. At least I won't be the healthiest body on the cemetery. That's not... I mean, that's one way to look at it, but why would you want to be? Same with me, Layla. I take vitamin D. Awesome. That's good. Also, fish and meat and certain other products are fortified with vitamin D. Some of them have vitamin D in themselves. I am vegetarian myself, so I don't get to get it from fish or meat. So if you are the same, make sure to take vitamin D. Hi Layla, still sculpting? Kim, I see. How is your day? Hi Flavian. My day has just started and I am just doing some improvements on Harvey. Some improvements here and there. I think we'll finish him today because I'm already quite happy with him. I just want to add some asymmetry. And what I mean by that is sort of like a different pose. Right now it's like very straight, maybe lifting one shoulder up. Yeah, like that. Maybe rotating the body. Not sure how yet. We'll see. And then maybe rotating it here. We'll see how I pose him. Maybe turning the head to one side slightly. Like this. We really stand very straight and perfectly symmetrical. So adding some asymmetry. Okay. Oops. Hello there. Hello, Faramars. Посижу тут тихонько. Окей. Я тоже. Ну, вы задавайте вопросы, на русском тоже можно. Your friend at Chol... What? Your friend Chol? She blocked me on Insta. I don't have a friend Chol. No cheese or eggs, full vegan. I eat eggs and cheese, so more like vegetarian. You pronounce my name very funny. How do you pronounce it? I've never seen that name before. I'm sorry. Don't worry, my last name is specifically gets mispronounced all the time. To the point that in like high school, one of my friends there made like a joke. And it stuck around kind of. It sounds like Whiskas, like that cat food brand. But in reality, it's quite far away from that. It's Viscu. There's no way to spell it in English, so I just roll with whatever people call me. Eat more than good source of vitamin D. Don't worry, I'm eating fine. Hi Slenderman. No problem at all, I got good vibe from you. Hey. That's good. Might be a bit too big, but we'll see. Hello from Chile. It's nice to see people who it's better than me at ZBrush. I learned so much, so thanks. You're welcome. And that's how I learned as well. And I still am learning from people who are better than me. In some ways, you know? It's important to stay humble, but it's also important to know your self-worth, you know? So you don't get pulled to one side or the other too much. If you're too humble, it can be that you're becoming like very shy and you won't show your work and you won't let people know about you. But if you're too cocky, people might not want to work with you or really be your friend or anything like that. So yeah, it's a fine balance that everyone has to find. But in terms of learning, I learned most of my stuff from watching streams like these ones, sometimes on ZBrush channel. Used to be called Pixelogic. That's when I started watching it. Let's close this tab. Some on like just individuals channels like Polygon or Oля Anufrieva. She goes by Helga on YouTube. Yeah, just watching their streams and analyzing. Sometimes people would give feedback sessions, so feedback streams, and I would watch all of them from beginning to the end and analyzing what sort of mistakes people have made and do I have the same mistakes, can I improve? Just by watching other people's mistakes get criticized and analyzed. So that helped a ton. Let's make it thicker. Okay. Sometimes if I'm happy with the overall thickness of the strand, but I want to make it slightly bit thicker on one side or the other, you can try making it with topological, then it will start pulling one side a bit too much. So what you can do is turn on backface mask, and I have it brought over here, but you can also find it in, I believe, brush, auto masking, backface mask. Kind of behind my head. Now let me pull it to the side. So you see it. Alpha masking, backface mask. And if you have your own menu, you can drag it out onto your menu or your UI. It's up to you. So when you turn it on, now it's only affecting sort of like a silhouette. So if you were to look what I'm doing here, sort of like affecting the silhouette, but it's not grabbing the bottom. You know? Okay, so we'll return to that guy. Let's just draw out as many strands as I can before I get too frustrated with how it all looks and come back to adjusting them. Try a different profile. Your friend Anna also blocked me. Why? I don't know. Don't know. Must have been doing something. Hey, you're amazing at making hair. Thank you, Nungate. How's your summer going? My winter is going great. Thank you. It's winter here in New Zealand. Fun fact. Yeah, it's not too cold. It's actually been a pretty mild winter. I've enjoyed it so far. How are you? Flavian says, well, in Romania it's 40 degrees, so I envy you. Ooh, 40 is a bit too much. Although I know, like, my parents are currently in Moldova, as well as my brother. And they say it's around like 36 to 38 degrees right now. Which is, holy smokes, it's so much. In New Zealand it never really gets that hot. The summer's at 28 degrees hot. No more than that. But it's very important to wear sunscreen in New Zealand during summers. It might be not as hot, but the sun is very dangerous here. And yeah, gotta wear sunscreen all the time. Even in winter. Okay, this is fine for now. Must be the oceans. Maybe. That would explain it. I mean, we are an island in the middle of the ocean. Can I ask how many hours daily you dedicate to improving your skills in ZBrush or working on your sculpts? So it will depend what kind of task I have at work. If I'm sculpting characters at work, well, that would mean at least 8 hours. If I'm making props even, or environments, I will most likely use ZBrush still. So, say every day for 8 hours, and sometimes when I stream it's extra 2 hours before work. So maybe 10. And sometimes after work I'll also come back and work. So anywhere from 8 to 12 to 14, but it's like on a very busy day. I try not to have them back to back to back. Otherwise, we get health problems. And we don't want that. But yeah, I'd say a big chunk of my day goes to ZBrush and 3D in general. Okay, just masking out the roots. Grabbing my transpose tool, you can grab it from here, I believe. So usually you're in the draw mode. If you switch to move mode, I just have like a hotkey memorized that W will bring up your transpose tool. And now if you control drag, you will control the mask. Black meaning masked, white meaning unmasked. And that's what we want. We want to control the roots and push them in. Awesome. Now it's a bit too sharp for my liking. Let's go to crease and uncrease all. Same here, dynamic, crease, uncrease all. Not a huge fan of how this lock looks like, but it's okay. We'll figure something out. Hi from Saudi Arabia. Hi Flix. Welcome. Dying in 40 degrees in Serbia. Wow. I didn't know it got that hot. I mean, it makes sense. It's very close to Moldova as well. Where are you from, Layla? I'm from Moldova. "12 to 14 hours. Yeah, that's on a very, very busy day. Do you work for an Australian company? New Zealand seems a small country to have 3D infrastructure. You're exactly right, and not exactly right. I work for a New Zealand company, but New Zealand 3D infrastructure is indeed very, very slim. There's not a lot of work here, unfortunately. There's Weta Digital, which is a very big company to work for if you ever wanted to work on big movies. They're the ones that made Avatar. Well, not just them, but they worked on Avatar, like the movie, you know, Cameron's movie. Then Planet of the Apes, Lord of the Rings, all of those Marvel movies, and many, many more that I can't name. I can't name them all, but I have a couple of friends that work there. They enjoy it. So there's that. Then a couple of game companies scattered around New Zealand as well. Nothing big, really. So let's say yes, Australia's got more job opportunities. Thanks. Unity sells Weta? Sell Weta? Oh no. Wired all stuff. Sorry, I don't really get what you mean. What does Unity have to do with Weta? Hi Layla, hi Kazi, welcome. Welcome to the stream. They bought some part of Weta 2020, I think. They did. Sorry, I'm not very informed on the matter. Again, a couple of friends work there. I know what it's like to work there from what they tell me, but not following the company as a whole. Hey, what's this? Oh, it's his, whatchamacallem? What do you call those? not frames, but the part of the glasses. Just, yeah. Cannot remember the name of it. Frames are here, right? Does hair have anatomy, Layla? In a way it does, yes. Say it's anatomy of how you style it. And the way that the hair naturally flows. And yeah, remembering to have layers, always have layers of hair. So this is the first layer, this is the second layer. Might add a third layer on top. Again, the silhouette is not ideal. Just doing my best. Have you done animation for any character, or you only model for the character? Yeah, mainly model. Texture, retopology, texturing, shading, grooming, like all of the look depth stuff, not so much animation. I was never really interested in it. Like, I can appreciate a good animation. We have some very talented artists in the studio, but I was never compelled to animate. Hey, hi Ayrton, welcome. Layla, you're so cool, so calm. It's very appreciable, relaxed stream. Thank you. I get that a lot, although I don't hear myself. How to explain it? When somebody tells you that you have a calm voice, you don't hear it yourself. It's your default voice, so I guess it's nice if some people enjoy it. That my streams are very like lo-fi, relaxing. Guess that's good. I mean, I just can't be anything else. I can try and be like an entertainer. And, you know, be very expressive with my gestures and my, you know, facial expressions, but that just wouldn't be me. It's someone else, you know? The reason why I'm saying that is that, unfortunately, our society still values extrovertism. Is that a word? Extroverts and being extroverted more. Although it's getting better. I see more and more media people, YouTubers, just people online embracing their introverted personalities. And I think that's really wholesome and it's great. Keep this one here for now. Maybe I'll turn on AccuCurve and try to bring it out. Let's see what it does. I thought you finished this guy last time. I thought so too. Well, last ZBrush stream, I didn't. But then we were hanging out on Discord and I almost finished him. Next stream for sure we'll pick another character and start anew. But for now, I just wanted to show you what the last 5% look like. And it's just adding those little details, working on the hair, working on the pose or facial expression. That's what pushes it from an okay model to a great model. Lack of lecticity? Lectine? What is this? Lecitine. I'm googling it. Lecithin. Okay. What do you mean by that? Hi, it's Kennedy from Nairobi in Kenya. Hi, Kennedy. Welcome. Yeah, you have a podcast voice. It's very relaxing. Thank you. Podcast voice. Is that a thing? I thought podcast people were also quite like engaging and expressive. I guess it depends on the podcaster as well. Which software are you using for modeling? This software. I love modeling with ZModeler. But also sometimes Maya. But I'd say in the past few years I've gotten faster and faster with ZModelers, so for any simple and quick tasks I will no longer switch to anything else. I'll just do them in here. How did you manage to work with Maxon on streams? I think I've told this story before, but I'm happy to tell it again. You have this pop-up screen when you open up ZBrush. It will be like new in ZBrush or like news portal. And one day I opened it up to work and it had a portrait or like an image. I think Paul Gaboury. Poster? Yeah, this kind of poster. But it had Paul's face. And basically ZBrush were looking for new streamers to jump on and talk about their like favorite artwork or the most popular artwork that they've done. And it was meant to be like a one-off stream of just like breaking down your image, saying how you use ZBrush, what you liked about ZBrush, just your approach. So I filled out the application, messaged them, and then a week or 2 weeks later, people reached out to me, and I think it was Ian Robinson, and Paul. And we set up a call and they explained what they wanted from me. And I said, yes, I'm happy to do that, but I also want to stream. Like, be a streamer. And they said, yeah, look, go for it. So they put their trust in me. And I had to put trust in myself because I was very nervous the first time around. And if you were to find the first stream, you will see it. Also, on that day, my internet disconnected about 3 or 4 times in a matter of an hour. So I was stressing out heaps. And it was not the smoothest sailing, my first stream. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. A lot of people showed up. I was a new, unfamiliar face. It was really fun. It still is. Almost like a year and a half later, 2 years later. Okay. So yeah, that's how I started streaming here. But before that, I also streamed on my own YouTube channel. So I had something to show. I think I've also, prior to that, won a sculpt-off competition just by, I don't want to say pure luck. I did put work into it, but it was so unexpected. So I won that year's competition, super happy with it. So I think guys at Maxon already were familiar with my name, more or less. Not sure if it contributed or not to me streaming, but yeah, that's the story. For memory? Okay, got it. Could you explain to me the technique for the color? I wasn't there at your last stream. Quickly, please. Technique. I'd say it was just, I wouldn't call it a technique. I would call it Layla just quickly slapping something together. I think, if I were to explain it quickly, I need to save. And I'll show how I did it. So I just masked out the base for the jacket. Like so. Then I like to Ctrl-Shift-D, it will create a copy. And go to geometry, delete lower. Bake all layers, Ctrl-W on your keyboard to create a polygroup. Cool. You've got what you need. Usually you would have geo in here as well. I just was lazy and I didn't do it. But that's how I did it last stream. Then ZBrush. The hell out of it. Man, I'm getting cold. It's around 9 degrees outside right now, so... Oh, it's 6 degrees outside. So it means inside it's probably like... maybe 10? 12? So yeah, ZBrush it again, so it's a bit lower. That's nice. Let's keep it as that. And then you go to ZModeler brush, try to find the edge, then go to extrude, edge loop. Whoop. We might need to delete a couple of polys, like these ones. Delete hidden. And now again, select the edge. Whoop. Got yourself a color. And then it's a matter of cleaning everything up. You know. And just pushing and pulling stuff in place. But that's the idea of how you make a color. I hope it helps. Gonna delete this one. I'm also gonna delete the mask. Now let's go back to the hair. We're almost done with it. Can I ask which drawing board is best for ZBrush, Wacom or XP Pen? I don't use either. I use Huion Canvas, but I've used Wacom before. I haven't used XP Pen, but I've used Wacom before. I've used Huion. Potato, to be honest. Does it work? Does it have a pen? Does it have a display? That's all you need. You need a big enough display to fit ZBrush's UI. I found that 16-inch versions of either are a bit too small, So I'd go 20 and up. That's all. Whatever fits your budget. You want to go fancy, go Wacom. It's a very established brand with good support system. So is Huion, to be honest, as well. Yeah, I'm not affiliated with either, so I can say great things about both, but also negatives of both. Wacom is very expensive. Huion is more affordable, but the build quality can feel a smidge cheaper. But it's also really good. I don't know, I haven't had any problems with it in the 2 years that I've had it. So it's really up to you. Do you make animated movies or do you just model for fun? I work for a company that makes animated movies, yes. But also I like to model for fun. Like this guy, for instance, is for fun. Can I ask which drawing board? Okay, I think I already answered that. Hi Quilly, welcome. No need to duplicate the question, I can see it. Don't worry, I'll get to everyone's questions. If you have some, I will answer. Making progress, yes indeed. Really cool, thank you. Hi there, hi Mr. Nogger. Yes, okay, better than I think to do it. Thanks, you're welcome, Marco. Huion all the way. The new Wacoms are kinda like Apple with its prices. They sort of are. I'd say Wacom is Apple of the artist's world. They're great, you know. If you can afford it, go for it. Let's adjust the root thickness. Just realized I forgot to post the link to Instagram, so bear with me, guys. And I know how to make animated Pixar movies, but the problem is that the laptops and computers are expensive to purchase, around $200, but here in Africa is a lot of money. Okay. Well, maybe saving up would be an option. Okay, copying the link. Did you learn anatomy to represent human? Did I learn anatomy to represent human? Have I learned human anatomy, you mean? Yes, I have, and I am still learning. Okay, 1 second. Pardon the interruption. Done? It's 89 degrees here. It's Fahrenheit, right? How much is that in Celsius? My car seats are hot. Yeah. That's summer. Enjoy it while it lasts. 36 here and burning in Celsius, of course. Well, 89 is Fahrenheit. I am not gonna enjoy torture. Enjoy summer. I'm sure the evenings are good. I enjoyed walking outside during, like, in evening during summer. It's just soon enough it will become autumn and then winter. And it will be super cold. And that's how the life goes. I find it so interesting how we get so excited by new seasons every year, even though it's been happening for so many years now. People still make small talk about weather and discuss it and how it was colder or warmer last year. It's like a never-ending topic. I guess it does affect our mood and well-being greatly, so makes sense. Okay, this guy's done. I think I'm more or less happy with the hair. It's not perfect, but I like it. I wish I could grow a good mustache. That's a good change of topic. I don't want to see myself with a mustache. Not sure if I would rock it though. Maybe I would. Don't think I can grow one though. Can you help and support me in purchasing a laptop so I can start animating? I would appreciate. I'm only 18 and when I decide saving the money, it will take years to save 200. You can start like a fundraising thing on your Instagram. That's how I would, like, because if I were to contribute, it wouldn't do anything. Well, obviously it would matter, but yeah, good laptops that support ZBrush, at least in New Zealand, they cost at least a couple of grand. So I understand it's no easy task. ZBrush is coming to iPads though. I can say this much. long-lasting hot weather makes me grumpy. Well, I can say the same, but long-lasting cold weather makes me grumpy. And New Zealand summer is never long enough to make me grumpy. It's usually very brief. Sometimes old women have mustaches. My grandma has. Oh. And cresol. Same here. So. Let's color all of it brown. Okay, it's not bad. Okay, it's okay for now. Let's add some asymmetry. And before that, let's actually merge them and do some poly painting. This one's got 3 subdivision levels. It's a bit unbalanced. Let's make sure all of them have 3 subdivision levels then. Okay, I think that's all of them. Let's start combining just by grabbing a lock and just going merge down. And it didn't work. It doesn't want to save the subdivision levels for some reason. Split hidden. Sometimes that happens. Oh well, that's fair enough. Let's try combining something else. And also doesn't want to. Okay, guess we'll keep them separate for now. Sorry guys, just troubleshooting a little bit. Let's not too high poly. I guess we could just kill the subdivision levels. Then we won't be able to come back to adjust the silhouette. Don't like that. Okay. For iPad, Nomad Sculpt is awesome. Yeah, I've tried that. It was fun. I still prefer ZBrush though. Just because I'm very familiar with it, and I don't know why I would switch a software. You know, a lot of people say, oh, try Blender. But why, if it does the same thing and it all comes down to my skills? In terms of how I use it. So yeah, just adding some highlights. Imagine ZBrush in VR. I get very dizzy in VR. Maybe one day. He is cool, thank you. What about you look for one in your country, even if it's old, and export it to Kenya? Because even my phone doesn't have Instagram due to phone storage. I'm sorry, I don't think I'm gonna do that. And I don't think a stream is an appropriate place to ask for that either. Again, I would suggest trying using like fundraiser campaigns. There are ways to do it on the internet and ask people for help. I just don't have spare $2,000 to spend on a computer. People don't sell laptops cheap here. If they do, they're usually broken ones and you have to fix them yourself. Hello Lux, welcome. Any sculpting in Blender would be like leaving play for wet sand. Leaving. I don't know, I haven't sculpted in Blender in years. It was my first software that I ever used in 3D. But I haven't touched Blender in a very long time. Fake highlights here and there. I'm constantly impressed at the improvements and features Blender keeps adding, but very few new bells and whistles are worth releasing a whole new software for. I mean, it's free, right? So why wouldn't you get new bells and whistles? It's not bad, but no comparison to ZBrush. Hehe, ZBrush is king. queen. Okay, this is fine for now. I am a bit weirded out by the root color because it works well on the pixel art, but it weirds me out in real life. I don't think his roots should be red. Ah, it's okay. Fix it later. Problem for the future me. Okay. Here's somewhat decent. How would we lift his shoulder? Let's go all low. Maybe let's try transpose brush. What will happen with the layers though? Okay, say this. I have half an hour left. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat before the stream ends. Okay. The easiest would be just to start pushing and pulling. That's a bit cheap though. Maybe I would try and do this. How would I rotate his head with all of those bits and pieces? So let's drag it out like this. Again with my control key and using the gizmo, the transpose tool, I can bring it, I can mask it like so, and then bring the gizmo to the middle of the neck, roughly. Now, all we need to do is grab this rectangle tool by holding down Control and Shift. And now you've got like most of the head here, right? But it's missing some parts, so just hit Control Shift A. And voila. Now we can just hide the head. And unmask this part. So now everything from the neck up is white, everything from the neck down is black or gray. So now I can do this. It's like a very cheap rig. I don't like this side a bit more. For you it's mirrored, so it's probably this side. Okay. Not happy with how the neck is looking, but we can always fix it. Also, I think we didn't grab some of his teeth. Yes. How could we forget? Things will derotate it a little bit. Maybe not. Okay, let's do it again. To the side. Looks a bit creepy without his eyes poly paint turned on. I wouldn't say I minded though. Okay. Grab this brush, pull it down, pull that one up. For concept and illustration is sufficient. Concepts, okay. No questions then. Let's continue posing him. There's some of the inner color coming through. We need to fix those penetrations. Although it's messing up the shape of the color a bit too much. So maybe I'll do it on the higher subdivision level when we are out of transpose tool. Master, not tool. Okay. Just doing small adjustments here and there. At this point we can also adjust the scale of things if we don't like it, if we want to make his head bigger. Obviously not. Or maybe smaller. We need to compare it to Abigail. Let's bring her up. Whoops. Here are the eyes. Roughly. Okay. I like her body is bigger. By just a tiny bit. Okay, okie dokie. Can also add some asymmetry to the tie to add some visual interest. And remember that we can always come back to this mode of adjustment if we want to. Cool. Something like that. Okay, let's get back. So ZBrush T-pose. No. Yes. T-pose? Oh. Now let's go all high. And we have some asymmetry in the pose as well. So he's kind of like turning his head to one side and raising the... I don't know if it's natural. I think it looks okay. It looks okay. Okay. What's going on with his neck? Of course it has layers. How could I forget? Maybe let's add some movement to his jacket as well. Might not be a bad idea. Okay. Just quickly gonna check that we're still live. Yes. Because last time my YouTube got disconnected. Oh, no, it's all live. You guys are just very quiet. Cool, so fixing those penetrations I talked about. Just pushing it in. Oh. Is it also touching it on the other side? Yes, I think so. I am tired. It's okay, it's okay. They can just chill. I was just making sure I'm not missing any messages because last time it was unfortunate that I didn't see the chat. Okie dokie. Let's bring down his collar. Oh, we're on the wrong one. Okay. We'll probably need to change his eye direction as well. Now that the pose has changed. Ever so slightly down. Same here. Oh. What do you use layers for? I use them to add asymmetry. But apparently it doesn't want to work. That should not have happened. Okay. So, that was before. Let's bake all. And now we can rotate them again. Yeah, I used them before I posed the character to test out if I like the expression or not. I'm not gonna mess with these layers. Yeah, there you go. Does it destroy this? Yep, it does, doesn't it? Is that because I posed him? Okay, I'll have to fix it after the stream. For now, I'll keep it this way. Yeah, I use them to like raise eyebrows and see how I feel about the pose. Stuff like that. Lol, his eye. Yeah, that was random. I think you're not supposed to have layers prior to going to T-pose mesh. That's what I was afraid was gonna happen. And I was right. So probably a good idea to get rid of them. How would I fix it? Let's try and fix it. Save. So now we have the correct mesh with the pose. But as soon as I bake it all, the diffuse disappears, the poly paint. So we can... For some reason, yeah, now it's black. Okay, now we can duplicate them. Come back. Remove these eyes. Remove this, whatever this is. Oh, and we forgot to turn on the lenses as well. It's unfortunate. Okay, let's delete this. Let's leave this one and this one on. Let's troubleshoot. So this one's got poly paint, this one doesn't. Can we just project? It might crash ZBrush. I've had that happen in the past, but let's see. No color. Odd. I might have to roll back. Kill all the layers. Then come back. Okay. Yes, that's what I meant about the lenses. I forgot to turn them on when we went into transpose, sorry, T-pose mesh. Oh well. Problem for future me. You don't seem to be using custom interface. Do you find it more easy to use ZBrush as is? I am using a custom interface now. Like, this is not here by default. Neither is... No, this one is. But these buttons aren't here. And I have a custom menu here that I use a lot. It's in here. But I have a hotkey to key number 2. I use it all the time. Okay. I think it's gonna take me a little bit longer than 10 minutes to fix the layer issue. So I'll have to do it off stream, I think. And with that, I think I'm done with this guy. Maybe a couple more improvements on the jacket. I know it's not the best, but it does the job. He's recognizable. He is Harvey from Stardew Valley, if anyone was wondering where this guy's from. He is part of the challenge that I made for myself to make characters from that game. Here are some of the characters. I show them every stream. Made Abigail, made Harvey. We'll be making someone else soon. I am yet to decide who. He is more diverse now. Turn off record first before you bake it. Bake it. Yeah, if I do turn off the record, it just jumps back to before posing, and I don't need that. So I should have baked all before I post. I thought it would interfere with my post, but I didn't do anything. Don't be me. Okay, so let's add some blur, bigger angle, lower strength. Interesting. Oh. Now his eyes on the render don't show up. Bake all? Same thing here. Yep, they just disappear. We'll have to figure it out. But for now, guys, this is Harvey. Alright, the custom menu is hidden for prying eyes. No, I actually use it quite often. It's just in the last section when I was posing him, there was no need for it. So I guess if you were to roll back a couple of sessions, a couple of streams, you'll see me using it all the time. It's pretty cool, Layla, thank you. Let's try to load Abby. What is merged? Let's see. Oh no, this one is not finished though. Okay. Load tools from the project. Yeah, this one's more like it. Now it's Harvey. No, actually. Let's do it like so. And Abby like so. Just don't really like that her glints in the eyes are not matching. Guess this will do for now. I can turn off chat for a second. Yeah, that's them for now. 2 done. We'll see. Who will be next? I sculpted on my second monitor, so that's why I didn't see the interface. Gotcha. Very nice, the girl liked the hair. Thank you. Yeah, she's got crazy hair. Like curly purple hair in the game. It looks a bit different in Marmoset. I prefer this render. I set up the shader in there to be more reflective on the hair, and her eyes are looking more straight. But yeah, here they are. Oh, you wanna make all of these characters? Hopefully not. I'll have to stop at some point. And it's not all of them even. There are more. I'll show you. That's most of them, but not all of them. There are more in the game. I'm thinking of making this guy next. He is my favorite fella from the game. He is a homeless dude who lives in the mountains. Or maybe the wizard. Wizard is cool as well. We'll see. Maybe I'll get a couple of options and make a poll on my Discord, and you guys can decide. If you are subscribed to my Discord, you can vote there. Yes, okay. Well, you will have gray hairs when you finish the challenge. Joke's on you, I already have gray hair. It's hard to find a job as a character artist nowadays. It's a bit more challenging, yes. It was a bit easier during the pandemic. A lot of companies were overhiring. Everyone was like making new stuff, games, movies, TV shows. It's a little bit challenging now, yes, but I wouldn't say it's impossible. What is this game? It's called Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley. This one. Looks like a farming sim, and in a way it is, but don't let it deceive you. It's more than that. It's like an adventure game. Sort of. It's really fun. The characters in there are very memorable and with distinct personalities, and that's why I enjoy playing it. Yeah, you can even romance some of them. Like, I believe both Harvey and Abigail are romanceable. Beardman's Rules! Yeah, maybe Linus it is then. Have you played Eastward? No, but I have it in my wishlist. It looks awesome. Okay, thanks. I know the name but never play. It's a good game and it's... most of the time it's on sale. I think it goes for like 15 New Zealand dollars, so probably like 8 or 9 USD. It has similar style and amazing story. Yeah, I saw Eastward being recommended to me like quite often on both Nintendo Switch and Steam, so I might check it out soon. Over 5 years of solo development, respect. On Stardew, yeah, the guy, there's like documentaries about him on YouTube. He made the game by himself, composed the music, made all the art, all the coding. Just insane amount of work went into this game and it paid off. It's a very popular game to this day. Hey Layla, nice work, very beauty and clean. Thank you. So clean, I agree. Thank you guys, thank you. And with that, it's 8:30 and I have to get to work. And we're gonna end the stream here. Thank you all for hanging out with me, for chatting with me. It's always nicer to have someone to talk to and just talk about random stuff and ZBrush as well. And yeah, I wish you all to have a great rest of your day or night. And I'll see you on my Discord if you want to follow me there. Otherwise, I have an ArtStation link in this under the YouTube video below, and there you can find the links to all of my social media like Instagram, Telegram, Discord, YouTube, yada yada yada. So yeah, see you guys all on Discord next week, same time, same place. Well, different place, same time though. And yeah, have fun sculpting. Bye bye.